Hey, and welcome to the channel. Today I recorded a video of why I started taking antidepressant, what to expect, why the different phases I've had, and now I want to tailor this to a different audience because I am in the process of actually stopping the antidepressants. So I want to talk about why, right? What can you expect? How does it feel, perhaps? Yeah, just to share, I think it's the most valuable thing that I can do is to share myself, my experience, and maybe you could see that in yourself or not and decide to do something or not, right? I just want to give you my perspective. So I've been taking antidepressants for around half a year. I have to say, in short, they've been really useful. I enjoyed a lot of the things that they had to offer, the anxiety relieving effect, a lot, and they just really saved me from going mad this year. And now at a certain point, it stopped working. Like it just became less and less, and I had to increase the dose, which came with extra side effects. And at some point, I just understood that okay, I am not going to infinitely build my dose up. And in fact, the side effects are getting a bit too harsh. And when I reverted back to my original dose, it just didn't really do too much. So I thought, okay, I guess it's time to stop now. And I don't know for how long, but for now, it's time to take a break. So how did I get to that conclusion? That is a very difficult question to answer because it came from within. When I noticed that I'm taking that and I start to build tolerance and it does not affect the way that it used to, I've started to question why am I doing it, and maybe I should, it's just from within. I knew that I need to stop it for now. It's not like stopping, I'm not like that, but for now I need to drop it off, maybe pick it up in 2 months when I feel like my body was able to reset, so I can actually enjoy the things that they have to offer, right? So now it's also getting summer out here, so for me the weather really affects the way that I feel, and I also, because I'm in my home, I feel less stressed out because of this, and I thought, okay, that's a good time to do that. And my intention is actually to treat myself with more alternative medicines, plant medicines, to try to really get to the bottom of certain things, which for me is a very powerful way of self-knowing, self-discovery. But that is not the topic right now. The point is that I came to the conclusion because it didn't work so good anymore, and I decided I needed to stop. So what did I feel? I did it gradually, so I went from 100 to 75, 75 to 50, 50 to 0. The downgrade was tough. That's where I felt emotional strain. I noticed that, yeah, I'm just sad. Like, I don't know, it's just not so positive anymore, and a little bit of the depression came back, right? But I expected it as well. So I although it was really not nice, but because I know exactly what to expect, I was also not too surprised, right? Like, yeah, that's what's actually supposed to happen. But although there was like this small temptation to go back to the higher dose, I knew that there's no, it's just have to write it out. So that's what I've done. But from 50 to 0, I expected it to be really tough, actually, but I found it to be really nice. Why? First of all, I feel like the decision comes from a very whole place. So I feel like I feel very full with this decision that I'm going to stop for now. So I don't have some sort of inner conflict, inner regret about it. And also I didn't feel I didn't feel the drop in happiness. I didn't. In fact, I actually felt really good. I don't know why it is, but if you are on antidepressants, you might relate to what I'm saying, especially if you are over the 75 milligrams and up. There is something that just a little bit, it's like a filter on life, right? which kind of prevents me from going through certain emotions. So I remember there was something that about my mother or something that made me really sad, and I was like mentally, and I was sitting on the couch and I was trying to feel that sadness, but it just didn't go. I was just not being able to be sad. So certain things were really, I felt disconnected. And for me, that worked at the time. I didn't even want to connect to those things, actually. It was a conscious decision for me that in this period in my life, I really don't need that shit. I'm going to focus on building myself. I'm going to focus on the good things. When I'm strong enough, I'll get back to that. And that's what I've done. So when I stopped, I started to feel like I'm getting access to the rawness of life again. Yeah, it's hard to, I don't know, other than rawness, it's hard for me to really give. It would be more organic or something, which I find really pleasurable for me. But luckily, I didn't feel intense anxiety from stopping, and I didn't feel a lot of negative side effects, which are usually commonly associated, by the way. So this is just me. But I felt really good, and I still feel really good, actually, when I don't take them. Yeah, so would I recommend to stop taking them? That depends. If you feel like you've put yourself in a place where you have enough, you can kind of like hold this, you hold yourself for like 2-3 weeks, and you miss to be able to feel certain emotions in life, then yeah, I guess that's a good thing to do, because you might be okay, right? I think this is that it's good for a certain amount of time, but perhaps not forever, or at least for most people. At some point, you might want to stop, and I just recommend that you build your life in a way that you can allow yourself to do it without crashing too intensely. So I would not stop in the middle of winter where I'm alone and lonely, right? I would wait now where I'm relaxed, I'm in my home, it's summer outside, I have time, I have people helping me out, I feel blessed. This is the time to try it. So when you're high, right? Don't stop it when you're down. That's not smart. Yeah. So I do recommend that, and you can always just pick it up again. I feel like I'm also totally not writing it off the table that I'm going to get back to doing them. It's just that if I do them, I also want to feel the effects of what they gave me, and not just take them for religious purposes or so, because I didn't get the benefit. Yeah, and if you do decide to do that, I recommend seeking perhaps other ways of treating yourself. So whether it's friends, therapy, sport, I try to combine everything. Of course, I can't do sport right now. I also personally combine plant medicine to, just really defragment certain things. So it's not that I'm just stopping and I let everything just fall down. You know, I'm kind of trying to create a framework in which I can continue, but in a different way. Because I'm usually a positive person. You know, you might see my videos. I do have, I feel a lot of self control over how I view reality compared to my younger self, at least. So, yeah, that is just, I wanted to make it quite short. That's why I stopped. That's what you can expect if you're stopping, should you stop. And yeah, if you just want to think, if you have taken them for like 2 weeks, 3 weeks, and you don't feel it, don't give up. It's just try different or try longer. Sometimes you need to wait 2 months depending on your body. And if that doesn't work, try something else before you totally erase the thing, if you really need it, you know. But for all of you who feel like you've gotten what you needed and you feel like you're ready to move on, I wish you a lot of luck on your journey. And it's very powerful. We can really learn from that and become stronger for the future, for ourselves, and to also inspire others. So I'm so happy and grateful that I got the opportunity to try these things so I can relate to as well other people who have it, because yeah, I can see how they see things, you know. Well, that's it. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope this has been somewhat beneficial to you.